Welcome to the Detroit riverfront, Detroit's pride and joy. Many cities don't even have something like this, and a lot of Detroiters aren't taking full advantage because they might just not know how. A lot of people call it the Riverwalk. Well, today you're gonna find out a lot more here on Motor City Passport.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in.
So right now we're on the riverfront with Eddie Johnson. He's a master fisherman. I've been trying to catch a fish all day, but it's coming. Just watch.
Hi, I'm Mark Pasco. I'm the Director of Communications for the Detroit Riverfront Conservancy. The Detroit Riverfront Conservancy was launched in 2003, and we were launched with the mission to create public access to the riverfront and contribute to a revitalized economy. Our ultimate vision is to transform 5.5 miles of riverfront from bridge to bridge, as we like to call it, from the Ambassador Bridge to the bridge to Belle Isle.
The whole idea is to bring families and kids and everyone down to this area and experience the riverfront for the first time.
So I guess I'm a substitute. I'm sitting here and waiting my turn. I'm seriously contemplating going over there and interrupting their volleyball game. Now wait, you know where I am? The Detroit riverfront. I know, most people wouldn't even know this is here, and it's my job to tell them. Can I play yet?
Well, I came out here since I was a kid. It just gives me a peace of mind and gives me time to relax and unwind. And while I'm unwinding, I'm doing something that I always like to do. Fishing is a part of my life. My ancestors was fishermen, and my ancestors was Indian people. Yeah, reel it in, you got it, you got it.
Oh, he's a big one.
A nice one. Reel it in, reel it in, reel it in. Get him up, get him up, get him up, get him up, get him up. Bring him up, hold it now.
Mine's bigger than yours, Eddie.
Yeah. Get a minnows.
Oh, okay.
You see that? And what'd I tell you? I told you later on in the show that I was gonna catch one. And this is the biggest
This is so beautiful.
perch I've ever seen.
That's a bass, a white bass.
Oh, exactly. See, that's why.
So fast, he don't remember the name.
I think I'm gonna name him Bob.
Just like I'm doing.
Look at his teeth.
He ain't got no teeth.
Look, they're in there. They're brutal.
We are just trying to get young people from all over Detroit and the surrounding communities to enjoy the riverfront in ways maybe they hadn't from the other programming. So we have just fun, really chill but charity events on the riverfront in different spaces, and we try to move it along different summers and different years.
And ever since I was a little kid, I always loved fishing. And when I came to Michigan, I used to hang out with this guy named Richard Bryant, and he was the first one brought me fishing down here. And ever since then, it was just a hangout for me. And when you learn how to fish the river, you can fish anywhere because the river has a strange current, and you have to be knowledgeable about it to be able to fish.
Before we launched, the Detroit Riverfront wasn't a very attractive place to be. There wasn't a whole lot of reason to come down here for recreational purposes because it just wasn't that attractive. So here we are more than 10 years later, and what used to be abandoned buildings and weeded lots is now parks, plazas, pavilions, green space. We have carousel, we have butterfly gardens. It's a great place that people come down and enjoy, and it's a year-round destination for people.
The riverfront is amazing. It has fishing, splash parks, ice cream, carousels, and that's just to name the things that I could think of at this present time. For those of you who live in the city of Detroit who have not yet taken advantage of the riverfront, I urge you to come down here and see it for yourself. I'm Joe Darby, and this is City Passport.
Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes, watching the ships roll in, and then I'll watch them roll away.
It's no secret. Detroiters, together we've seen some good times and the not so good times. But it's during the darkest moments that we seem to come out shining brighter than ever. Because the spirit of Detroit resonates within us. It's a spirit of resilience, fortitude, strength. We are fighters, survivors, and we are dreamers. We are believers with hope for a better future. We are still here and rebuilding our city. Letting nothing stand in our way or stop us from moving the ball forward. Let's wash away the stains of old. Plant seeds for a new tomorrow and watch them bloom. Because being from the east side, west side, southwest, north end means we are Detroiters. We are a family united in the city reborn. We respond to the needs of others. Lift up one another. Pick up our neighbors and drive forward together. We are Detroit, rising together.
Since 1891, 4.5 acres of land have served as the Detroit Eastern Market. It's a one-of-a-kind shopping experience. It has the largest amount of produce in the city, artisan foods, and independent Michigan retailers. Let's check it out.
Got a heavy date. I gotta go home.
Angela, does your husband know this yet?
Nope, he thinks I get out at midnight, so I get home late. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Dan Carmody with the Eastern Market Corporation, a nonprofit that manages Eastern Market on behalf of the city of Detroit. Eastern Market's a venerable institution here in Detroit, goes back to 1891, 123 years of rich history of food culture and people enjoying each other here at the market.
A core market staff of about 4 plus our customer support people and security people. And you get, 30, 40,000 people. You're running from direction to direction, pretty quickly. So I'm the Vice President of Operations, which is the fancy way to say I'm the guy that goes out and deals with the vendors on a day-to-day basis. Any of the issues, the leasing, stall placement, anything that comes up in the day-to-day operation of the market. Mr. Everett, how goes the battle?
What?
I say, how goes the battle?
We're going on, I guess.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Are you guys going to stay? Are you guys going to stay all the way through the winter? You figure?
Still, probably the 1st of April anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm starting to kind of put that in the back of my head where everybody is.
We get 30 or 40,000 people that come to Eastern Market, despite there being some great grocery stores throughout the metropolitan area. And they come here driving past great grocery stores where they can get food to come to the market where they can have an experience. Often multiple generation family visitors with kids and mom and grandparents. And it's just a place where people from all walks of life feel comfortable, and they generally leave feeling better for having spent a little bit of time with people that maybe aren't just exactly like them.
So do you have it set up where it's kind of like one variety per?
Yeah, well, these are frozen
So
dips, so. these are white
Okay,
fish
gotcha.
spread.
You got the spread and stuff. Cool.
Then we got salmon spread and caviar.
Okay. And then,
This is whitefish.
yeah, the smoked, I see it. Okay.
We have chunks and fillets.
No, are you doing all your smoking and everything too? Nice. It's funny because I actually started here from the beginning of the nonprofit, and I always thought it was about the food because that's what we are. This is a place about plants, flowers, and food. But that's not what we heard from all the visitors. The visitors said it's a happening scene. It's a place that we can go down and we can see somebody getting yelled at on a forklift, cutting in between people. We get to see a truck from one of the packing houses with lambskins on it. You just don't know what you're going to run into. Bert's is a barbecue out in the street where there's a car 2 inches from everybody sitting on the curbs. And they're all driving slow and everybody gets along just fine. So it's this whole kind of vibe in the neighborhood. But of course it's always about the food, but not first. It's about a place that is authentic, that you can come and actually enjoy time with your family and your friends and be sociable.
The Market District is really an all-day adventure, and as many as 30 to 40,000 people come here during the summer months, and a few less during the dead of January and February. But we are open all year round.
One more question.
Yes. And I'm going to eat while you're asking me questions. What?
Ham.
Sure.
Grab a honey ham. The Tuesday before Thanksgiving, are we doing a lot of advertising for that, or?
There's a fair amount. Yeah.
Okay. Do
But
you have something for the vendors to like put up? So that way.
I will ask. I know there is for the 3 holiday Sunday markets, so I assume there is for the Tuesday, so I will.
Well, we've done some cost comparisons, and if you're a smart shopper, you can do better here than at a grocery store. But you can also find some of the most expensive exotic stuff here too. So we like to maintain a full spectrum between the most interesting, sometimes more expensive foods, all the way down to the lowest cost foods, because we know we have customers that come from throughout that whole range. We're in the midst of some major renovation work at the market. Shed 5 will be completed over the next few months, joining renovation work that we've done to Shed 2 and Shed 3 that we're standing in right now. Shed 5 we're very excited about because we'll have something that people know as heat. So we believe that the winter market actually is one of our growth opportunities. There's so many farmers markets that operate in Southeast Michigan during the summer months that people get addicted to kind of going to farmers markets. We'd like to keep that tradition going, and having a better facility in the wintertime with a little bit more general liberal use of heat, especially after last winter, we think is a good thing.
The Detroit Eastern Market has been home to thousands of citizens for over 100 years. And today, through the eyes of Jim and Dan, I hope you gain some type of experience as what it really means to be a patron here at the Eastern Market. Now, if anything, I would love for you to come down here and visit it for yourself. I'm Joe Darby, and this is City Passport.
Want to help improve Detroit? If you have a smartphone, helping is as easy as downloading the Improve Detroit app. To report an issue, press Report. You'll be prompted to provide the location of the issue you want to report. Then hit the issue you want to report. In this case, we're using potholes. Next, you hit the description button to answer a few questions about the issue you're reporting. For a pothole, you'll be asked for things like, is the pothole located on a road or a sidewalk? Next, you can hit the picture icon to upload a photo if you have one that you want to share with city staff to give them a clearer idea of the issue you're reporting. Once your photo has been uploaded, press submit. After you finish submitting, you'll get a notification on your phone, and you can use that to follow the issue you've just reported.
Welcome to the DIA. Now, you may have never stepped foot in this museum, but it's located right in the heart of Detroit. I'm standing in Rivera Court. This mural was painted by Diego Rivera in 1932 through 33, and it kind of depicts majority of the Ford Motor Company. If you haven't seen it, you absolutely need to. And that's just one gem so far.
This museum was founded basically in 1885, and the building that we're in right now opened in 1927. And people might not realize this, but Detroiters and everybody in Michigan should be so proud that we are among the top 6 museums in the country for our collections. We're actually world-renowned. We have art from every time period, every culture. This was recently named a National Historic Monument, so that's another thing for all of us to be very proud of. Diego Rivera was a Mexican muralist, and he painted this in 1932 and 1933, and it was commissioned by Edsel Ford. And the only requirement, he was given free rein to choose his subject. It had to be about Detroit. So he went around and he looked at the Ford Motor Company plant in River Rouge, and he was fascinated by the state-of-the-art machinery and by the workers. And he ended up having Detroit industry as his theme, which is the name of these murals. So it depicts very realistically the Ford plant at that time, but Rivera was a communist, so he also wove in some of his own belief systems and also from his Mexican heritage. There are some symbols that represent ancient Aztec gods.
The artist was Diego Rivera, who came here in 1932 and spent a year in Detroit. He went around taking pictures at the River Rouge plant, the aviation and Dearborn plant, and he put together sketches and photographs, and then he came here, and in 9 months he painted this entire gallery. Now if you look up here, did you guys notice anything funny about these guys up in this corner? Why do you think they're green? Anyone want to guess? That was the most toxic part of the plant. So they were working with formaldehydes, and there was fluorescent lighting, so when you walked in, they had this green cast to them. Hi, my name is Janice McCord, and I'm a volunteer at the DIA. I'm an interpretive program volunteer. We're known as IPVs. Well, we have scheduled tours that we're assigned to come down and take people around, show them the museum. Many different functions they ask us to volunteer for, like the other night was Noel night, so us volunteers will show up and just show people around, make sure they have a good time at the DIA.
It's called Kresge Court, and we recently redid it. It's really modeled after like a Renaissance courtroom, and in fact, until 1960, it was open, and so it was like a garden court. Really? But now we have, we installed new furniture. Mm-hmm. If you look at the tables in the back there, those all have iPads. And, you know, students come to study, business people come. All the tables have outlets for your laptops. And then we have coffee, you know, soft drinks, beer, wine, food. So it's kind of, like I said earlier, we consider it our cultural living room. It's really something for everybody. And we are free for residents of Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. So people can come in here, you know, if you only have an hour, come for an hour, leave, come back next week, you know. And kids love it, I've got to tell you. As you can probably see now, we have lots of school tours. And we're open every Friday night till 10 p.m. And we have live music that's in this room here, in this beautiful Rivera Court.
I mean, the structure right now makes me feel like I'm not even in the city.
Exactly, exactly. And people come here and they have meetings, you know, like, well, we have a staff meeting, we've got like 6 people. Let's just go to the DIA, have some coffee, sit around and talk. And it's nice, the atmosphere is beautiful. And on Sundays, we have music here. We have like a live performer, either acoustic piano or guitar. So it's really nice. People really enjoy it.
Around what time on Sundays?
Sundays from about 1 till 4. Yeah.
I'm sure people will let to come and see.
Yes, and again, I can't say enough that it's free. So, you know, for even say a date, people use this for Friday night date nights, Sunday, you know, something to do because it gives you something to talk about, you know. And
that's a good idea.
It is. And then families, you have a family of 4, say, what's cheaper than free? Right. You know, you come in, you can make your own art. We also have drawing in the galleries, so we provide the easels and the pencils, and we have an artist on hand, so if you want some tips, a lot of people love doing that.
So where's this wine that you speak of?
Well, let's go find some wine, shall we? It's a little early in the day for me, but I might stick to coffee. One other thing that a lot of people might not know, and this could be of interest to parents and teachers out there, we have free field trips for all residents, all school kids in Wayne, Oakland, and Macomb counties. And so not only do they get in free, but we pay for the buses. So there are some schools who just say, well, we'd love to come there, but we can't afford it. We pay for your transportation. So just, you know, our website is dia.org. Go on the website, look up field trips, and you can get your free bus and have your kids come and enjoy this wonderful place. Eleanor Ford was the first person who collected African art for the museum, and she actually established a gallery. And because of that, we have one of the best collections of African art. One of the things that I want people to know is that the DIA is visitor friendly. Some people think, well, you know, I don't know, what do I do? I've never been there. If I bring my kids, they ask me a question, I don't know the answer. So we've done a lot of research, and in 2007, we redid the entire museum to make it more interesting and understandable to the general public, which is most people. You know, the art scholars, they know what they're doing anyway, so, you know, we don't have to really kind of program specially to them. But we have lots of interactions. We have like labels that kind of ask you questions and get you to look at the work of art. We have a very popular thing called I Spy, and it's a little thing in the gallery where it gives you a clue about something in the gallery, and then you go look for it. And if you can't find it, you lift up the flap and there's a visual clue, and kids love this. And he will serve you wine if that's what you'd like, and take your order.
So what type of wine do you serve?
We serve red and we also serve white. These are our 2 red selections, and we also serve a Pinot Grigio and a Chardonnay.
And this is all day, every day?
Yes.
Wow.
Including Friday nights.
Including Friday nights.
Come and have a drink, go see the music, and then see some good art.
I love this. This is
Yeah.
great. Well, thank you, Graham. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Damon.
Have a good day, ladies. Thank you.
You too.
So every single day we have public tours, which we meet out there in the Great Hall, and anyone can show up. You can have either 10 people to 30 people. That is every day at 1 o'clock. And then on the weekends, on Saturday and Sunday, we offer that same tour at 1 and 3 o'clock. And then we have special tours where we have several venues around the city that will call and want to come in and tour, whether it's assistant living or the Red Hats women's group, and then we bring them in by bus. We have a reception downstairs of coffee and cookies for them, and then we ask them what they'd like to see, and we do about a 45-minute to an hour tour for them. And if there is more information you'd like to learn about all the different exhibits and activities they have going on down here, they always have stuff going on, whether it's making art, going in the galleries and drawing. They offer all kinds of things for children and adults. You can go on dia.org and find out everything you need to know.
The DIA has so much to offer. Kresge Court, Diego Rivera, and countless exhibits. Now, I know that you got a chance to see somewhat of the DIA today, but I urge you to come down here and visit it for yourself. I'm Joe Darby, and this is City Passport.